Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to Inspirational Journeys Through Life with Straight Talk with Nolan. And what we have today is really, truly inspirational journeys. And in a short bit, I will be introducing our winners for 2023. But before we start, I'd like to ask you all a question, and you're welcome to type in the chat section. Are you aware that September is Deaf Awareness Month? Do you know about it? If not, you should know about it. But to me and to the team, we believe Deaf Awareness Month should not be for 1 month only. We need to be creating awareness with our deaf community every single day. And excuse me going slow because we have an interpreter because as you know, we have our deaf community on the call today. So that's why I'm actually speaking a bit slow. So my name is Nolan Pillay and I'm your host for today. And our guest on the show are the current winners for Miss, Mr. and Mrs. Deaf South Africa 2023. In fact, they just got crowned on the Saturday that passed, which was the 9th of September. So, really hearty congratulations to them. We are so grateful that they could make the time to be here. But to start off with, I'd like to ask them a few questions. And I'm going to start with Janice Jonker, who's the CEO of MDSA. And if you don't know what MDSA stands for, it's actually Miss, Mr. and Mrs. Deaf South Africa. Now, Janice and I, we know each other since 2019. And I can tell you, I watch how she works to keep the foundation going. And the MDSA is actually a non-profit organization, unlike you find Miss South Africa that gets a lot of sponsors. With the Deaf Foundation, we have to go out and look for sponsors all the time. So when we are creating awareness, we are asking the public, the sponsors, the corporates to start getting involved in our deaf community and help them on the journeys. I know with Justin, Monequ, and Sylvia, who could not join us this evening, part of their challenge next year would be to represent South Africa internationally. And they would be relying on sponsorship for their flights, accommodation to get there. And this is why we're reaching out to you. And, you know, if I just go back to Janice, I've watched how she's grown the foundation with her team, and I see the effort that she's put in. And that's something that should really be commendable. She really works hard. Janice, thank you for putting this together and keeping the MDSA running. So I want to get back to asking you the first question. I know you play a pivotal role in organizing and prompting the event that we just had, which is the MDSA Gala event. Apart from that, you also have other events that lead up to it. It's more fundraising as well. What inspired you to take the leadership role, and where do you see the future of MDSA under your guidance? Caitlin, you need to unmute. Here we go. Perfect. So please excuse our technical challenges. Due to load shedding, we have all of these problems.
Okay. Can I start?
Yep.
So I am the CEO of MDSA. And to be honest, I took on this role was to inspire the deaf community and to also make the deaf community aware, to be open-minded and to build their confidence through the deaf community as well. Also, to not only about it's not only about winning, but it's also to build their confidence throughout the discipline.
Wow. Well, from our side, Janice, congratulations and well done. You really are steering the ship in the right direction. And on that note, we need to have a female president in this country, right? Somebody with leadership roles like Janice. Right. So, Janice, I'm going to come back to you shortly. I just want to go to Monique Edwards at this point. So, Monique, winning the title of Miss Deaf South Africa 2023 is really a remarkable achievement. And I must congratulate you on that. Well done on this. We have been chatting recently, not as often, but I see your personality and I see how you can add value to MDSA. Could you tell us about a personal or professional challenge that you've faced related to deafness and how you overcame it, serving as an inspiration to others? How did you overcome that?
It's an honor, firstly, to win Miss Deaf South Africa 2023. The challenges were definitely communication, barriers with communication, but actually also making sure that you try every opportunity and every way to succeed and to make sure that you can communicate. From my experience, for example, the hearing people, they cannot lip read, but the deaf people try their best to do so. And you need to motivate yourself. So from my side, the challenge was definitely communication. So I want to influence and pass on awareness to the hearing community that deaf people are here. We need to communicate and we need to play a vital role in the world with each other, motivating them. I've been doing Monday motivations throughout my whole journey in MDSA, and that will not stop. That is to just encourage the hearing and the deaf community that a bad day is never a bad life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. Very well answered. And you surely can help us with our money, right? As well. We should have a workshop on the money portion of your business.
Nolan, you broke up a little bit.
So Monique did say that her part of her business is dealing with money, right? Or helping educate people on money.
Yes, the business that I have. Caitlin's freezing. I'm struggling to see.
Yeah, I
There's some
see it here.
freezing.
Can you see it?
Okay, it's much better now.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is that the business that I have is to encourage people to get sponsors and funding for their studies
Ah,
and to
okay.
stand up and to also motivate themselves not to be scared to start a business of their own.
Ah, that is good advice. Thank you. Okay. So apologies for the technical difficulties. We are in load shedding at the moment, so the screens are freezing. So we apologize for that, and we're going to try our best. Okay, so I'm moving over to Justin. Justin, congratulations once again on being Mr. Deaf South Africa. I look forward to seeing your journey unfold in the next year and see you grow from strength to strength as well. Now, it is really a big accomplishment.
The interpreter is freezing.
And now, Caitlin, can you hear me now?
Please say again, the interpreter froze.
Okay. Can Justin share a bit about his journey to the title and how was the experience?
Still freezing. I can't see clearly.
Is Justin freezing?
Okay, yes, continue.
Okay, so Justin, being named Mr. Deaf South Africa is a significant accomplishment. Can you share about your journey to this title and how your experiences have influenced your perception of deaf identity and representation?
I never thought about winning, to be very honest. I was quite surprised when I won the title. And I have a passion for communities, hearing or deaf. It's a good passion of mine. It makes me feel like a role model. I want to definitely reflect my inner love for the community on the outside. So deaf people can do anything and everything, and that is my goal to show to the world.
Wow.
I personally want to to definitely make a film with deaf people, a movie with deaf people, a whole crew with just deaf people directing the videos and the play and everything in it. So it should be definitely only deaf people within the society.
Wow, that is amazing, Justin. And I can tell you, last year we had the honor of meeting an American that came to South Africa at St. Vincent's School, and he's actually an actor, and they do exactly what you want to do. So perhaps you can link up with him. Okay, Caitlin?
Yes, I will definitely do that.
Perfect. So we'll share contacts. We'll
To
share
be honest, Mole, are all freezing, but as part, let me just elaborate the past experience. I have a lot of acting involved in my past. So I haven't really advanced that, but I do have a bit of a background of acting so far. So I'm hoping that I can be the first to create a deaf film for South Africa.
and I would say not hope, make it happen.
I will definitely do that.
It's a pleasure. So, to everyone who's just joined us, you're listening to a conversation with the recent winners of Miss, Mr., and Mrs. Deaf South Africa 2023. We had the pageant on the 9th of September, which is the past Saturday. Sylvia could not join us today due to load shedding and network issues on her side. But if you are not aware as yet, September is Deaf Awareness Month. So, my question to everyone who's listening in today, if you are deaf or even hearing, what are you doing to create more awareness around our deaf community? How are you bridging the gap between the deaf and the hearing people? Please share in the comments some of the projects that you are doing or some of the projects you intend to do as well. Caitlin, you froze, but you're back. You good, Caitlin? The challenges of
Yes,
technology.
I'm good.
Perfect. So, Janice, let's go back to you now, right? The Deaf Gala event celebrates talent, beauty, and advocacy within the deaf community. Can you share some of the organization's key initiatives or plans for furthering the inclusion and recognition of deaf individuals in South Africa's in the South African society and culture?
Am I Janice? Okay, so for the deaf, am I the one that's freezing or is it Janice?
No, Janice, I can see Janice, I can see you.
Sorry, Janice froze.
Now can you see her? I can see a sign.
Okay, so for September, we chose September because it is a Deaf Awareness Month. However, we are celebrating the gala evening to show the community the deaf people's skills, beauty from within, and also to show them that deaf people are more than there are a lot of more of us in South Africa. And to be very honest, to show the variety of cultures we have and how we embrace it just through one event, getting everybody together. So to be honest, we want we don't want people to stay at home. We want them to get out of their comfort zone. We want them to feel free and to be free to grow and explore the opportunities that are out there. To also feel that they cannot stay in one place but be out of that comfort zone entirely.
I like that. And that's the key word there. Get out of your comfort zone because it's only when you're in uncomfortable positions then you can grow, right? So thank you, Janice. Thank you
True.
for that. Thank you. So Monique, I want to go back to you now because you got a very important role to play for the next year. Miss Deaf South Africa 2023 is a big role that you've actually stepped into now as well. What initiatives or projects do you hope to undertake to promote deaf culture and empowerment among young deaf individuals?
A part of my plan will definitely be more, there'll be a lot more that will be happening. So, firstly, I want to encourage people to stand up, advocate, and also to lead by example. Yes, we do have a lack of employment in South Africa at the moment, but it doesn't allow you to just give up and throw in that towel. We
Yeah.
have EDEF, DEFSA. There's so many other communities that you can get involved in, and you can expand your education through that at the same time. Your future doesn't end with you not having a qualification. Continue growing, motivating. I will definitely continue motivating them throughout the years to come. So from my side, I need to make sure that yes, the hearing and the deaf back then were not equal. I want them to understand that they are equal. There is a communication challenge. However, we are equal. We can overcome that barrier. So that is my plan for the future to create more awareness.
Thank you for sharing that, Monique. And something very important is that everyone that's listening and everybody out there need to realize that we need to see human first, irrespective of race, religion, sex, culture, disability, anything like that. You must learn to see a human, and that's when we're going to become more equal and help each other as well. I strongly believe in what you've said. So thank you for sharing that. So
Thank
Justin,
you.
let's pleasure. Justin, let's go back to you now. You also have a big role to play, right? It's going to be a big year for you. I saw a video of you earlier on where you went back to work today or yesterday to your office and everyone was celebrating. That was really nice to watch today. Oh, beautiful.
It was yesterday. Yesterday.
Oh, okay. Really good video. Thank you for sharing that because in
It
videos
was
like this,
really overwhelming at that time. And, also at the same time, my family, the support that I got, the team that I had, it was just amazing. The support was just out of the world.
wow, beautiful. And that's a good way of creating awareness as well. So,
Oh, sorry, please repeat that. Awareness for the deaf, for the community. Just Caitlin
yeah.
first.
So I was saying that's a good way of creating awareness to everyone out there that you can achieve anything no matter what disability you have. So we need more of that out there. And then I
Yes,
want to go back
true.
to what are your goals in terms of raising awareness and also advocating for the deaf community, especially in South Africa first.
Yes. So I would love to focus on the youth. I want to make sure that they grow in terms of their knowledge and their education. I want them to know that they are strong enough to achieve anything in life. I want them to know that they can be someone bigger and better in the world. I want them to know that they are equal and they should not be shy of who they are. Show them the path. I know that I'm a leader for now, but as the generations get older, they also need to be led in the right way to pass it on to the next generation.
Yeah. Well done. Congratulations on that. I must tell you this about 2 years ago, I was at a deaf school in Soweto. And one of the things that really startled me was that the parents of the deaf child did not want to learn how to sign. So, if the parents do not want to learn how to sign, how would that child feel in the community? They will be more bullied, right? So, I like the fact that you're focusing on the younger generation. And if you need
So
any
true.
support
Yes.
with the youth as well, you're welcome to get in touch with me. I work with the youth. I'm very passionate about the youth. In fact, I have a major goal of reaching 1 million youth in South Africa from a mindset point of view.
Janice says, congratulations. Thank you so much. We'll definitely do.
Cool. Thank you, Janice. So, Janice, I would just want to go back to you now, and this is the last question. I know there's a lot of people internationally and locally that are watching us now. What is your one word that you would like to get out to people out there in terms of sponsorship, especially for the MDSA? What message can you give to them? Because my message is always very clear. If one can support an able bodied pageant, why can they not support a pageant that caters for the disabled? What would you say to the audience out there?
My message that I want to tell the world out there. Can I answer you?
Yeah.
Okay. I want the hearing people to learn how to sign. I want them to understand how we feel on the inside. The silent walk was a perfect example for the hearing community to understand what it feels like to be deaf. MDSA is a pageant where we want people to be more aware of what we are capable of through our skills. Deaf people are the nicest people in the world. And if
Yeah.
you get the chance to know them and get to understand them, you will understand that they are really wonderful and amazing people on the inside just as much as the outside.
I totally agree with you, Janice. Thank you for sharing that. Uh, I've been associated with the deaf community since 2019. I know about the silent walk. So, to everyone listening, the silent walk is not just a silent walk for the deaf people. The idea is to get hearing people walking next to a deaf person and understanding their culture better, understanding them better. We have done a lot of work in this way. Last year, we took 5 deaf people up the highest mountain in Africa, putting our lives at risk because we are raising funds for children that are born deaf. So, if we can do it, surely you can think of some way of actually working together with our deaf community. Thank you, Caitlin. Monique, over to you. Any last words for our audience?
My last words to the community out there: don't be afraid, be open. Be open to the world, be open to change, be open to anything in life. You never know behind each door that you open. There could be something, a lesson, a thought, a helping hand, but just be yourself throughout everything. Believe in yourself, and you can achieve anything you put your mind to, especially for the future.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, Monique. How about you, Justin? Any last words for our audience?
Monique says thank you.
It's a pleasure.
I would like to lead by example. So I think you should do too. The next generation is looking up to you. Show them that there is the right path to every road ahead. Don't start tomorrow, start today. It's now the time to show the right way. That's it. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Justin. Really appreciate that. So before we end the show today, Caitlin, I know you've been working with the deaf community for a very, very long time. And Caitlin, to everyone listening, if you are not deaf, Caitlin is known as a coder, which means both her parents are deaf. And what she has written in the SASL interpreter actually means South African Sign Language Interpreter. And as you are aware, or if you're not aware, sign language became an official 12th language a couple weeks ago. So that's something that we really need to celebrate as well. And it actually shows us that we now can take steps to start working together with our deaf community. So, Caitlin, I'd like to know from you, what do you have to say to the community out there, both hearing, deaf as well? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but it's okay.
Nolan? Huh. To the deaf community out there, you are amazing people. You have the capability. Stand up, be yourself, work hard. You can achieve anything in the world. To the hearing community out there, it's not hard. Starts with ABCs and you start learning, easy as that. Start today, don't wait for 2 months, 3 months or later. It's our language now, and we should be proud, especially in South Africa.
Absolutely. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. So, once again, to everyone, thank you, Janice. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Justin. And thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, everyone that tuned in this evening. Excuse the technical problems that we had because of load shedding. But thank you for listening to Inspirational Journeys Through Life. And you will all agree that these are inspirational journeys or inspirational stories that shows anything is possible in life. And if you want to follow Janice, Monique, Justin, and Sylvia, I was not on the call, go onto my timeline. You'll see their names on there. Just click on their names and follow them. Follow their journey for the next year because they are going to be needing our help more than ever to allow them to go internationally and represent our country in other pageants like Miss Universe, Miss Deaf Universe, I mean, Miss Deaf Universum, Mr. Deaf Universe as well. So we really do need your help and we're counting on you as well. So thank you once again. I appreciate you all joining the call today. And thank you to the listeners out there, the audience that joined us. We appreciate you and much love to all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.